bonjour. So, yeah. I don't know if this is the first club this week. I don't know what's going on this week. I don't feel like shit. I feel really attractive. This is the first day out of bed since Tuesday. As you can tell downstairs, by below. The plan was today and yesterday I stayed up there because I slept for 18 hours yesterday, on and off, throughout the whole day. I'm drained. Now I kind of knew this would happen after last week, but on top of that, my body's decided that I need a chest infection. So you were against the blankets. I don't know if you could hear it. I need a chest infection. I haven't been to the doctors because I ain't coughing stuff up yet. So they'll just say it's a viral infection because my immune's so shit. I know that's what they're gonna say. So I haven't been to the doctors yet. But I know it's a chest infection because I can feel it on my chest, and I'm needing my inhaler, which I don't need all the time, even though they say I need to take it all the time. I don't need it all the time. It's only when hay fever kicks in and mine's really bad this year that it sets everything off. So, yeah, I feel great. Like I said, the plan was to stay upstairs yesterday and today. And I organised with my dad last night. He was going to bring breakfast and lunch, and I'd try coming down here for tea, as he's working from home. But he did it yesterday. He didn't bring me lunch, he brought me breakfast, and he brought me tea upstairs. But I hate having bed days because it affects my mental health. But yesterday was nothing I can do about it. And so today I waited. And then when I heard him pull his stairs down, because he has to work in the loft, when I heard him pull his stairs down for, to go to work, I knew I wasn't getting breakfast in bed. Luckily, I had a warm cereal bar saved, so I've had that. So I came down for lunch, and he said to me last night, because I was like, I'll come around for tea tomorrow, and then Friday I'll have like a day on the sofa. Because Saturday I've got to bake ready for going to my mum's on Sunday. And he was just like, don't plan too much because you don't know how you're going to be. You don't want to wear yourself out. Ooh, that's considerate of you, Dad. Thanks. So I came out of my bedroom and he's like, oh, you're venturing out? Well, yeah, because I ain't had no breakfast. And it's 11:30. Oh, was I supposed to bring that upstairs to you? How else was I supposed to get it? If you want me to rest. So he was like, oh, sorry. So I was like, cool. So he'll come downstairs and be like, can I get you anything? Come to know, I'm going for a walk. I'm going to Costa. Okay. No, do you need help whilst I'm out? There are Costas on a retail park where there's Poundland, where there's Home Bargains, where there's X, Y, Z. So, as per usual, self-consideration. So I'm like, cool. Now tomorrow, I have to fend for myself because he's going to his mum's and then to Tesco's. That's a whole day. That takes a whole day. And then Saturday, I was trying to find something to do. But on Sunday, we're going to my mum's, which I'm looking forward to, but not looking forward to because I know the after effects. And on Tuesday, I've already decided. I think I touched on it last week about the Yorkshire Wildlife trip. I cancelled that because it's not worth it. And the stage of the journey I'm going through now is, we call it self-acceptance. Self-realisation, self-searching, self. Me, myself and I stage, that basically, it's almost like, when, this is the only way I can explain it, when you're going through, not many members of the family have got Alzheimer's or dementia, and you mourn, you've grieved for the person they were, accept the person they've become, and then when they pass, you grieve for the whole thing. So at the moment, I'm grieving for the person I was. Like, look how shaky my hands are. I know I've got the gloves, but I just keep forgetting to put them on. That little finger is twitching. Like, this is why I'm having to rest my arm against the blanket, my whole arm against my. So yeah, grieving the person I was, grieving for what I could do. I didn't have to think before. Like at the moment, it's like one activity a week. I didn't have to think before. I'm doing that on the Sunday, i.e. going to my mum's for a big meal on the Sunday. I can't do anything for a week. I can do stuff like walk around, put wash on, but nothing major. Like when they had my physio the other Friday, on April Fool's Day, so 1st of April I had it, and then on the 4th we went to my grandma's for a day. My mum, that's the first time my mum's seen the effect of everything, because obviously I've always had big gaps in between, and she saw the effect it had on me, and she actually phoned me, spoke to the other day, and we spoke about events coming up and what have you, and she went, "You were a mess." Literally, tells me how it is. Sometimes I don't want to hear it. "You were a mess at Granny's. What was wrong?" I'm like, "Nothing. I was tired." "What have you been doing? You've not been sleeping?" I'm like, "Oh, I'm sleeping." I says, "Mum, when I say I have fibro, First she didn't believe it. I said, and she goes, "So what?" I said, "I went into town, had physio, which I was only in for 20 minutes. I was in town a total of 2-3 hours. Then I met my dad at Tesco's." And she went, "I saw you on Monday." Yeah, I know. That's my recovery. I wasn't right until Tuesday. And then I went to my friends on Wednesday and I stayed with them. I had a tattoo on Friday. So this is recovery, and now I've got a chest infection too. And she was like, "What?" Well, yeah. You need to tell Dad more. Your dad more. Like, it's easier and quicker to get something done to do it myself. And I'm not gonna say I'm a control freak, but I agree when my dad says you are not. He doesn't mean in a nasty, but you are controlling. And he says, because you like to control the things you can control, because a lot of the time there's so much that you can't control, which is true. I can't control my seizures. I can't control my flare-ups to some extent. I can't control outside noise that causes sensory overload. But yeah, it is what it is. I've just said to a friend this morning, people don't appreciate me for me and what I go through on a daily basis. And I'm not asking people to totally understand. But people need to do research into these things, get control of these things. There's so much that people don't understand and have flippant remarks at. Like, if I had £1, every time a family member says, lose some weight. I mean, you can't tell under this massive thing, but lose some weight and your health problems will go away. I know I bang on about this all the time, but it hurts. It hurts me to the core all the time. But then non-family members get it. Non-family members look at my photo, like if you're on my Facebook, look at it, my profile picture at the moment. Non-family members, if you lost weight, you're looking really well, looking really good. Family members, well, if you lost a bit more weight, or if you did this, or if you moved about a bit more, mate, I would love to clean this house top to bottom. I would love to move about more. I move about more. I end up in bed. I can't even, and it hurts me because my friend who I've just stayed with was like a sister to me. Her daughter would love nothing more than me to walk her to school and like walk back. I've stayed with them. I could have done the school run. She would love nothing more. I did that school run, and it's 10 minutes to school, 10 minutes back. I was in bed for 2 days. Ain't do anything else. And that's why I won't bring a child into this world. And that hurts, because that's all I've ever wanted. Like, so many people have said, you were born to be a parent. I was. But I couldn't bring a child into this world because I want a child. I want a child. I'm gonna lie. I would turn into Pinocchio if I sat here and said I didn't want a child. I want a child, but I wouldn't bring a child into this world, because I wouldn't be able to look after that child, and I couldn't be one of those people to bring a child into this world and not be able to look after it to my best of my ability. I'll be able to provide for that child. I won't be able to do A, B, C, D, E, F, G. I'm not there doing it. And it hurts, like, every time I see expectant mums or scam pictures or whatever, like, I can say this on here because this is the only platform my sister hasn't got me on. I couldn't be happy for her for a second child. In fact, I wasn't. I didn't even want to know. When I went to see the baby in hospital, and because the baby was born a month before COVID and the lockdowns, we couldn't do a lot of spending time with her. That child adores me. I'm not going to lie. To the point I put my body through pain for that child. I overexert myself for that child. But I couldn't do it on a daily basis. No, it'd be so easy for me to be when a selfish mother would be like, I'll bring as many children into the world, let people pay for them, let other people bring them up. Because there's nothing more than that child needs than their mum. Or parents. Real parents. So yeah. Just got on a bit of a soapbox today. A bit like pissed off. But yeah, so it's going to be another boring week. Because as April is always busy because of birthdays and Easter. And because we've not done our Italian tradition for like 2 years because of COVID. So this is the first year that we can do it. The first year my niece is going to be doing it with us. So we haven't done it for 2 years, so. And my niece is like just 2. So, yeah. Sunday's going to be a long and a big day. Normally I splash loads of makeup on, do my hair and stuff, and we're just going to see what happens. But, yes. I'm doing a lot of resting, so it might not be exciting for you all. But there's loads of rabbiting. Oop. I am fully aware that all the way through this vlog I have been wearing the same clothes. I am fully aware that all the way through this vlog I look like shit. So, as predicted, this week's vlog's pretty much how I'm feeling, to be honest. I'm really emotional today and I don't know why. I don't like it. I know what to do. I know where to turn. I want to scream. I want to shout. I want to cry. I probably will end up crying. So I made this vlog quick. And then no one can see me cry because you also cry the other week. Did you always see that again? So yeah, I did the COVID test previous week. And that came back negative. I still feel shocking. Yesterday was the first day that I woke up and felt like I was a human. I could do life. Ignore that face of hair. So I've been up since 10 to 7 this morning. I was still slept well. I was 7 hours sleep. I am fully aware. I look like I've had no sleep. Chronic fatigue. So when people say it's just a chest infection, it may be. But when you've already got a chronic illness, it's never just a chest infection. I have, apart from when I actually had suspected COVID, because before COVID was fashionable to have AA, EG, aka, whatever you want to say. Bear with me. I suspectedly had it December 2020. No, December 19, January 2020. I had everything, hot sweats, feeling freezing cold but being boiling hot, cough, headaches, aching, off my food. You know, I had it. But I still looked after my stepson at the time. And we all had variations. That Christmas I stayed. my ex's mums, and we all had variations of something. My stepson at the time had tonsillitis, so at first I thought it was that. Never thought anything of it. So I stayed from Christmas Day evening to New Year's Eve. And saw my doctor, well, locum doctor, any doctor you can actually see at a doctor practice, New Year's Eve, and they gave me some antibiotics. So yeah, my then mother-in-law was poorly for a few days, so she had a few days in bed. Her husband had a few days in bed. My then partner had a few days in bed. And there's a 12-year-old boy 11-year-old boy to look after. Well, you're going to look after him, so I did it. But yeah, I walked around park with him with COVID. That's fine. That's okay. So anyway, so I had one lot of antibiotics. They didn't work, so I went back and they gave me steroids. So I had 5 days of steroids. Didn't end up looking like Popeye. And they didn't work. So the night before I was due to go back and see what the doctor said then, every time I coughed, my heart rate was going up, which my anxiety was going up, which means. So I phoned 111, and within 15 minutes there was an ambulance at my flat door. They were concerned. They were like, he sat there, bless his cotton socks, about half an hour, did heart trace after heart trace after heart trace, deep breaths, listened to my chest, and he was just like, how long have you been like this? I'm like, what's his Boxing Day? He's like, that's 2 weeks. Yeah, I know. And he's like, when are you due back at the doctor? So I was like, tomorrow. He's like, right, go back to the doctors. I can't give you anything now. So you either go back to the doctor tomorrow, or you go to A&E, but he's like, you're in no fit state to sit in A&E. And I can't say that they'll actually do anything for you. So I went back. And it wasn't a doctor I saw. It was an advanced nurse practitioner. Better than any doctor I saw. And she said to me, she just looked at me and went, how long have you been like this? I'm like, Boxing Day. She went, how the hell are you not in hospital? I'm like, what? She's like, I've seen weller people in hospital. I'm like, what? She's like, I'll give you another 5 days of steroids, but if that don't work, you're going to need to go to hospital. And I think day 3, I started picking up. So that'd have been nearly a month after I started. I was on antibiotics for a week from New Year's Eve, but I caught it on Boxing Day. So it was nearly a week later that I went to Dingo. And then so a week on antibiotics, 5 days on the first lot of steroids, 5 days on the second lot of steroids. So yeah. But then it took me up until the end of February to actually get my strength back. So yeah. I don't feel that bad this time, but I have had two vaccines and then the booster. I don't think it is COVID, but I feel shocking. So I was on the phone to my niece last night, So my mum phoned me at the same time, and I'm just like, no. I've got the energy to talk to a 13-year-old because she's like getting blood out of her still, but we won't now. Then I head downstairs, my mum and phone my dad, so I'm like, bonus. Brucey bonus. But, my dad's not long been up to me. So he was still in bed. And I just said to her, I think Mum's accepting it more now. And she was like, yeah, she was talking about you last night and checking if you're still coming. I'm like, yeah, try. I mean, I've got to cook brownies because that's my contribution. And my job today. And he says, yeah, she's accepting it more. But she knows that you're extremely frustrated. Like, yeah. And obvious. You've literally had your, sounds dramatic, but your life taken from underneath your feet. Frustrated. Like I spent 4 or 5 days at my best mates with her kids, who I absolutely adore. And I love being around people. I've always been a sociable person. And now I'm just like, do you know what? Leave me on my own in my house, I don't care. I've spent a lot of time in this room this week. This is my safe zone. No one can reach me from here. I'm okay with that. I don't mind now. Now, before, be totally always out. I'd be totally like, always chatting. Now, sometimes my best mate, I blank her for 2, 3, 4 calls. Just does not interest me. Now, the main reason I came on. So my dad suffers with anxiety and stuff. And yeah, I have been a Trump. Have I washed my hair since Sunday? No. Have I changed? I've had his pyjamas since Sunday. I have been out of them on a couple of occasions, but a lot of the time I haven't. Do I feel like it now? Have I had much help? No. I think one day he brought me breakfast in bed and tea in bed. And then the whole purpose of him being here was to help me. He's out all day today. And the ironic thing is, to me, I said I wanted, if I could have my way, wash the bedding that I took off the bed last Sunday because he couldn't see why I wanted to change it. I would get the bedding, wash it and put it on the line in the garden, as it is a sunny day in Sheffield. Bank holiday, sunny. Oh no, you don't want to stretch yourself because making brownies is going to take it out of you enough. Okay, I know that. I am fully aware. I won't get out of bed. This is where I start crying. I want to get out of bed. I have no energy. I want to collapse. I literally want to collapse. But wait. Making brownies is going to take it out of you. But it'd be really good if you could get outside today. Alright, that's brilliant. But the only chairs in the garden are the ones up steps. Number 1. Number 2, there's a massive step down. Number 3, Who was here in case I fall? No one. So yeah. Nice if you could get some fresh air and some vitamin D. Just took my vitamin D supplement, of which I now take double of, so. And they have fresh air because my window's open constantly. I'm surviving on an inhaler at the moment. I'm not coughing that bad, my chest is just really tight. Yes, this is a rant. Just say I'm fed up. I have a dream. It's actually turning into a bucket list at this moment in time because it just seems so far-fetched to travel on my own. Try not to cry. To travel on my own. To go and stay with my best mate down in Wiltshire for a few days. I mean, I could dream a week, but you know, let's not push it too far. Right? I'm Owen, that just seems so far-fetched. It honestly seems like a dream. Because, like, it sucks. Like I've just said to my dad, the only way I can explain it, or this is my way of dealing with it, is coming to terms with things, acceptance, coming out of denial. When you have a family member, and I think I've said this before, when you have a family member with Alzheimer's, dementia, you grieve for the person they were, for what they could do, for what they could remember. You accept the person they've become with dementia, with Alzheimer's. You accept a new person, have the memories of the old person, but accept a new person that is a shadow of their old self. And then when they die, you grieve for the whole of them, even though you've already grieved for the person they were before these horrible diseases or conditions get to us. I'm in that middle bit now. And it's only in the last week. I've tried so bad not to cry. It's only in the last week that I've got to that middle bit where I've finally started accepting what I can and can't do, or accepting the fact that, yeah, you need to take a bit of a break back and just think, yeah, I can't do that. But you know what? I can do this. I can make a change this way. But I'm still in that middle bit where my mum admitted to my dad last night, it's a weird situation, that I'm frustrated. Yes, I am frustrated because I want to do what I could do before breaking my leg. But I have to accept what I can do now. And in time, it's only going to become less. It's frustrating. It's upsetting. And it affects me mentally. Like, I've just sent a message to my mate thanking her for all the hard work she's put into me. Now, she won't accept that she's put it into me. She's like, you've done it all, Liv. She won't accept she's helped me, and I can't accept that I've done it all. So we're in a stalemate. But it's so hard. And I've come as far as that crying. I have made massive steps, which only the people that are closest to me actually see. Massive steps, massive strides to be the person I want to be the person I deserve to be. This vlog wasn't supposed to go like this. To be the person I deserve to be. To be the person I've always done stuff for people. This isn't about being the person that other people deserve to have around them. For once, it's about me, my journey. But it affects me mentally. I've done so much work on myself, and it just feels like a backstep all the time. I'm drained, tired, feel like shit. And like being in this bed for days affects me mentally, because I want to be that person who can do stuff. I've overcome being locked in the house, not locked, but not being able to get out of the house for 2 months because of my mental health. I've overcome that. I've overcome, again, sounds dramatic, mental torture of not feeling good enough for anything. Not feeling good enough to even breathe oxygen on this earth. Not being good enough to be an auntie, a daughter, a friend. All of that stuff. I've come through that. And I've now learned to accept that I am good enough. And I see it as strength. I've always had people tell me I'm a strong person, and I see it now. And I've always said people who are strong get given the tests. I don't want this test anymore. I see it. Take the test away. But it is what it is. What can I do about it? Nothing. And there's still a huge lot more work to be done. I'm fighting. And the hardest bit of it all is getting people to understand how I feel. I mean, my mum's starting to accept it, but she doesn't see me on a daily basis. She doesn't see me on a daily basis. She's starting to accept it after 14, 15 months. It's so hard. I'll end that there before I start going on for any more, because I've just gone on for like 23 minutes.